There has been a flood of new matte boxes on the market, ranging from the traditional expensive ones to the more affordable but proprietary systems. Freewell has recently launched an Eiger matte box that has some very interesting ways of using filters, and the price to performance is actually very attractive, but there is one catch. These filters are only compatible with their Eiger system. So what makes these matte boxes different, and how do they stack up against more standardized systems? Matte boxes have hoods on the front and also flags on top, so if you want to block out any light hitting your sensor coming from the side, a matte box is a great way to do that. Another reason to use a matte box, and probably the larger reason, is to stack filters in front of your lenses regardless of your filter size. So you can swap out your lens and just put the matte box back in front of your lens. So you'll have a consistent look to all of your filters, and you won't have to buy an 82 millimeter, a 77 and a 72 VND and a mist filter, or use step-up rings. The filters are all in the matte box, so as long as you can adapt your matte box to the front of your lens, which is typically much cheaper than buying filters unique for each lens, you can use the same matte box with all of your different lens sizes up to about 95 millimeters. Traditional matte boxes come with two significant downsides though, the cost and the size. Traditional matte boxes are for more professional shoots, so the filters cost a few $1,000s for a whole set, but in theory, that will last you your entire career. A big plus for the Eiger matte box is the price. You can get the matte box, a CPL, a VND, a mist filter, and a grad filter, and the 67 to 82 millimeter rings for about $500 on the Freewell site. This is where the Freewell Eiger matte box is very interesting, because if you're shooting with a smaller production or low budget films, $500 for all of your filters covering just about all of your lenses up to 95 millimeters is a much easier pill to swallow than a few thousand. A Tiffen VND for matte boxes is about $1,800 alone. Traditional matte boxes use the 4x5.6 filters and the trays to stack the filters. The Eiger matte box uses a mixture of magnetic filters, a tray for the grad filters, and a tray for the VND. And you can also stack all of those filters at once. Or if you're just using the grad filter, you can use one screw-on filter if you have those laying around in your kit. This leads to a lot of flexibility with this system for smaller crews and budget shoots. If you're a professional, you're probably not going to be mixing threaded filters with other filters, but if you're on a budget, this makes a little bit more sense. Here are some tests with these filters, going over the 1/8 and 1/4 glow mist filters. And here's the one I'm most interested in, the VND. With any VND, there will be some color cast happening, but the Eiger VND doesn't have any harsh color casting. And thanks to hard stops on each side of the VND, you won't actually introduce any cross polarization thanks to those hard stops. The VND is also pretty unique. It has its own tray in the matte box, and it also has a very large knob that you can use to adjust the strength of the polarizer pretty easily. Another one of my favorite features is that it has the hard stop, so it doesn't introduce any cross polarization accidentally. This system uses a ring to adapt the matte box to the front of your lens, and the additional adapters are $15. So if you have multiple lenses that are 67 millimeters, for example, the kit includes, I think, 58 to 82. Don't quote me on that. I'll put on screen what is included. But this is the 82. So if you have multiple 82 millimeter lenses, you'll have to buy additional filters because you only get one per filter size. For example, I had 3 of the Sirui Nightwalker lenses, and I only had one 67 millimeter thread. I ended up buying 2 more 67 millimeter filter threads for the matte box, so I could quickly just swap the matte box out and put it on the next lens. Because I was swapping lenses a lot, it was really annoying unscrewing one filter when the whole point of this matte box is to quickly be able to use it. I felt like I wasn't getting the most out of it, so after I bought those other rings, I just kept them on my lens, and filter swaps were an absolute breeze after that. The VND is great to quickly dial in exposure, but Freewell does sell magnetic ND filters. If you'd rather take the traditional route and use straight ND filters, Again, you won't be able to use them on any other system besides the Eiger, but if you want the least amount of color cast and you don't want to buy the VND, you can swap out regular strength ND filters magnetically on the front of this system. While I don't think you're going to see these filter systems on a big Hollywood set, these filter systems are great for videographers on a budget and need similar results between their different lenses, but don't have the money to invest in those larger, traditional, more matte box setups and filter sizes. What do you think of the Eiger system? Let me know in the comments down below. And here is a video breakdown that I did while using these Eiger filters. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.